Good morning, grade 7th. I hope by now you are more familiar with online classes and you enjoy them like the rest of us and hoping for better days to come. So today we're going to continue with our EMS lessons and we're going to learn about banking, savings, and a budget. Long ago, people kept their money in a safe place in their house. But this was risk because anybody could come into a house and steal the money. So banks were introduced. I mean, if you just put your money under the mattress and your brother sees you doing that, he can go and steal the money unless it's someone you can trust. So that is why banks were introduced, so that when you have a bit of money, you can go and save it at the bank. So for businesses, before you start your own business, you have to open a bank account in the name of the business. Why do you open your bank account in the name of business? You always hear, do not mix business with pleasure. So the business account will be strictly for running your business. Businesses need to have bank accounts so that they can easily deposit or withdraw money. What is to deposit? To deposit is to put money into the bank, and to withdraw is to take out the money from the bank. So banks are called financial institutions. They are called financial institutions because they deal with money. So financial institutions, they also in a business of making money. So if you start your business, remember the main aim is to make what? Profit. So they also want to make profit. How are they making their profit or money? By charging you. And those charges, we call them bank charges. So for you to deposit the money into the bank account, the bank will charge you for that. For you to withdraw the money from your bank account, the bank will charge you for that. So that is how they make their money. And to our life currently is easy. We do not have to carry large sum of money with us in our pocket. So internet banking, credit card, and cash card were introduced to make our life easy. If we need to make deposit, we can make deposit using internet banking over our phone or our computer. And if we go buy something from the shop, we do not need to carry money. We can just swipe using cash card or credit card. You always hear when you go to the shops with your parents, they ask them if it's debit or credit. Those are the cash card, and we have credit card. So businesses use again what we call a current account. A current account is a daily transaction. It was normally called a check account. So where you deposit and withdraw your money. Savings is money that is put away for something that may be needed in the future. So if you need to buy a pair of sneakers in the future, you need to save for that. And any money left over after you paid all your expenses can be put aside as your savings. For example, if your parents give you a pocket money and you pay your expenses, like maybe you owed your friend a certain money, after paying your friend and after buying your lunch, and you save the money that is left over. And I've experienced this thing amongst lots of learners, that if their parents give them money, they just want to spend it, all of it. So I'm encouraging you to save, even if it's 10% of the money that you receive every day or that your parents give you to carry to school. Just save 10% of that money. You will thank me later. You'll see what you can buy yourself by the end of the year. So by saving a little bit of money each month, people are able to make more money. You see, if you save that money, you are making more money from that money that you are saving. And again, advisable, if you put your money at the bank, you're going to earn what you call interest. Interest is the value of your money that increases over time. So meaning when you put your money in the bank for a certain period of time, the money will increase depend on the percentage that the bank will give you. So banks use the money that people save with them to make loans to other people. People go to bank for different type of loans. Someone might go to bank to ask for money to buy a car. Someone might go to the bank to ask for money to buy a house. Some need just a personal loan to do their own things. Some go to bank to ask money to start a business. Remember, I said a bank is a financial institution, so they deal with money. So when you come and ask for money, they will give you money in a form of a loan. So when you pay back the money, you must pay the money with interest. So the bank act as an intermediate, is a third party between people who do not meet. I put money in the bank for a fixed period of time, and the bank is going to give me interest based on that. You go and ask money from the bank because you want to start a business or because you want to buy a car. So when you pay the money, you have to pay the money back with interest. So when you borrow money from the bank, you have to pay the bank a certain amount of interest every month. So this is another way that banks make money. Remember, the first way that we learn about how bank makes money is by bank charges. So now we are learning that they also make money by charging interest. We have different types of savings accounts so that we can earn those interests that we're talking about. So the first one is notice deposit. With notice deposit, you earn interest in your money. It's available after have given the required period of time or a period of notice. So meaning you save your money in a notice deposit, then you give a bank a notice that after 30 days I would like to come in and withdraw the money. So therefore you will earn interest, even though the interests are not the same as another saving account that we're going to learn about. Let's hold that thought. The second one, call deposit. Call deposit, you earn interest of, and your money is available whenever you need it. So with call deposit, learners, you do not have to put a notice that after 30 days perhaps I will need my money. So you just call and tell the bank that I would like to come and withdraw the money. It also earns interest, but this interest compared to the notice deposit, they are low or lower, because this one you can come anytime to collect it, so it doesn't earn much interest as compared to notice deposit. That I said you must hold the thought as we're going to learn about the one that necessarily give you lots of interest, which is fixed deposit. So with fixed deposit, an account where an amount of money is invested for a fixed period. So you cannot use the money at fixed interest rate. So meaning the money is fixed there. If you say I'm fixing my money for 6 years, you cannot go, whatever crisis that come in your life, you cannot go before the period or the maturity period and say I would like to have my money. You can only have your money after 6 years. So if you're going to go and break the deal, you're not going to earn any interest from that money that you have deposited. So the bank, if you choose this type of a fixed deposit, learners, what you must know is that the money depends on the fixed period that you give the bank. So you can say a year, you can say 2 years or 6 years, for example, like I said. To achieve financial success and security, it is important for individuals, families, and businesses to prepare a budget so that they can live within their means and not overspend. So, budget basically is the best way for businesses to prevent a loss, is to plan how to spend their money that comes into the business so that you live according to your means, you do not overspend. So what the businesses do, they carefully estimate all costs and expenses so that the business know how much money is needed each and every month. So for a business to plan their budget, they project, they look at a previous month, how much money did they receive, their income, and they look again at their expenses, how much money do they spend, and from there they can estimate the money, how much money needs to be spent as a business. So a budget is a plan of how much money a business will have and how it will spend it. So like I said, if you project, you're looking at previous behavior of the business and you can project for the future that will need this, and perhaps if you need to buy something big for your business, so you must also increase your sales. So with budgeting, that budget will help you to do that. And individuals, households, businesses, companies, and government are good example or groups that prepare budget. Every time we hear normally Feb March, our government or our minister, Tito Mboweni, hope you all know him, he present the budget speech, a national budget speech. So that is the money that is given to the government to run the country. Household, your parents, before they go buy, they sit down and plan a budget that this is our income, and from our income this is what we want to buy. That's what you call a budget. So same with businesses, they plan a budget on how they want to spend their money. Today's activity is uploaded on Google Classroom. Please access it on Google Classroom and complete it. And before you start with the activity, you need to do your keywords on page 60. Please do not do the activity from your textbook. You do the activity that is uploaded on Google Classroom. Thank you.